What's up, guys? Brian with HappyThumbsGaming here, and we are back with Chapter 35, Ground Zero, all collectibles for The Last of Us Part 2. We're going to go ahead and grab the coins, the workbench, the artifacts, and of course, there's going to be some weapon parts and supplements scattered throughout as well. Now, keep in mind, all non-essential gameplay and cutscenes have been removed. That's why we're kind of jumping in a little bit. This chapter starts off with kind of a lengthy section where we're conversing with old Nora, and as we're walking through this building, having this conversation, we actually run into some other peoples where we have to kind of take a little bit of a hide-and-go-seek situation, and once we do that, they walk off, and we gain control of Abby again, and we're able to go ahead and follow Nora down the stairs. Once that door is open, make your way over to the left side counter here. There's a little coffee shop or barista bar, if you will. And if we wrap ourselves around it, we're going to find our first coin behind the old cash register there. So we would have yeeted over the top there, but this game has a really weird preference to not let you do stuff while there's a conversation being had. So, hey, speaking of conversation, we almost talked right over this Thumbie helpful tip. As it turns out, we actually have quick links down below in the video description. And generally, when you see that pop up, show up on screen, that means there's going to be a minute or 3 in between collectibles. So I highly recommend you pay attention to those if you are in a hurry. Now, if you're just trudging along with us, trying to make your way through this level, not looking for anything specific, then don't worry about it. And eventually, we follow Nora into this doorway here. It looks like it's the Oncology Center with a nice purple wall there. And actually, to be honest with you, fun fact for you, that wall matches my current controller right now. I call him Grimace. If you don't know why, Google it. We'll go ahead and say our goodbyes to Nora and make our way inside. And as we keep on with the keeping on, we're going to go ahead and follow this right wall, which was a little bit excessive, but we're going to follow it around to this doorway here and make our way in through it. That's right. And once we get in here, we're going to hang a hard right and make our way all the way around. So we're basically following the right wall all the way down here. And before it goes to the left, you're actually going to pay attention to this little debris spot here. We're going to climb onto our belly and squeal all through. Squeal? Whatever. We're gonna sneak on through. And inside we find a corpse with an artifact. So we'll go ahead and add that to our list. And there might be some other craftable things in here. Now, coming up here, we actually have a boss battle. That's right. Spoiler alert. By the end of this level, we do encounter a boss, which actually kind of turns into 2 bosses. I won't give you the full details yet, but I will say that I do recommend having some pipe bombs crafted, mainly because you're going to find more craftables along the way. And if you're full and you haven't crafted anything, you can't pick up any more, especially if you don't have it. So make sure you craft and get your inventory as full as possible. So now we've got what appears to be 4 pipe bombs, and now we've got room to get more craftable stuffs. Now, hey, as we work our way down the stairs, we find a nice little drop-off point. We're going to do that, and off to our right-hand side is another corpse right next to a turnstile, and next to that corpse is going to be a brown bag. Pick it up and collect that artifact. Now, right around the corner behind us is going to be a shelf with 14 parts. It's our first pickup. We're going to turn around and do a 180 and run into this little chapel here. And on top of the table here, right next to that, I don't know what that is, but some sort of a red drape or tapestry, there's going to be another artifact. And before leaving this nice little chapel / trauma center here, we're going to go ahead and grab the supplements on the far side there. So first weapon part and first supplements officially done did. Now we can go ahead and get on out of here. And we do that by actually accessing this yellow door, which takes us into a rather E.T.-like experience. It's a little bit of a dated reference for you, but you guys will get the joke. And we'll go ahead and make our way all the way through here until we get to phone home. No, I'm just kidding. We don't get to do that. We actually make it all the way to the end, and we get jumped, I believe, if I remember correctly. We come up on a couple of baddies. There's supposed to be 2 or 3 infected or clickers, but we run into more. Now, all right. Here we go. We're actually getting to kind of a point. We got the main desk here. I actually reached for a craftable, and it somehow locked me on to that little med kit there, which doesn't do anything for us. We're looking for one of those, but it's got to have some stuff in it. Now, across from that desk on the left is a little room with a window. You can't get through the door, so you got to smash the window. Inside, we're going to grab that artifact, which happens to be number 4. Now, this next one's kind of tricky. Come out of that room and follow the right side wall all the way around until it wraps into the left. And that's right. Inside this little room back here in the corner, it's going to be 12 supplements up on that high cabinet space there. Now that we've got that supplement, we can go ahead and make our way through the next section here. And I do believe this is where we get jumped. We come around this corner here, and nope, psych, it's not it. I'm preparing you for. Oh no, it is. Yes, that's right. Okay, so here's one of them right here. I highly recommend using brute force before he attacks you. You might be able to make your way through this room, sneaking around and not get attacked. Like literally, you could probably avoid that room altogether. But just in case, you don't want to run into him later. Right? So I definitely recommend taking him down. Because you stir up the pot over on the other side, and he may hear that and come run and join in on the fun. All right, artifact and supplements in that room. So make sure you grab both before keeping on with the keeping on. And in order to do that, you actually have to climb up over the wall there. I was just double checking, make sure there was no baddies following behind me. Inside the next room, we're going to go right across the side there and find the first 9 weapon parts. And we're going to go in a little bit further. There's going to be a 13-piece and a 5-piece up on that shelf. And then another 9er sitting over here, which should total 36 if my math is good. And before leaving this room, you're going to want to go ahead and attach yourself to this workbench. You can see we got 600 and some change weapon parts, as we have not spent any with Abby yet. And that applies to the supplements as well. We haven't spent, well, I don't even have the trophy for the 1 supplement upgrade. Like you get, once you upgrade 1, like whatever ability, skills, whatever it is, you get a trophy. I haven't even got that yet. So we're saving those. I've been doing some research, as I had not really seen how many you need. And it turns out we're likely going to need to go through and play a little bit extra. So a new game plus is likely in our future in order to get all of the supplements and weapon parts needed to complete that. So my good buddy Gray and I were talking about that this morning, and he's actually actively caught up and waiting to see this video. So again, another shout out to my guy Gray, who's been watching and supporting me on this fun series. Now, here's that moment I've been talking about for the entire video, where we get rushed by not 1, not 2, but 3 baddies. And luckily for me, I've got it under control here with the old flamethrower. I like the synchronized baddies on the right. Look at that. That's so silly. And I think they die in the same fashion too. They get a little out of sync, and then I get them back in right here. Watch this. Okay, they're not quite in sync. I like it. Once all 3 of those guys are down, we're going to actually go to the left, which is easily missed. As soon as you come out of that door, those guys attack you. It's right on the left. There's going to be a 7 and an 11 right on the left side, totaling 18 supplements. And I got caught up. I got distracted by a craftable on the desk there, and I got jumped, so be aware of that as well. I was pretty good about that in this level. Now, the last level, I was the worst. The descent, when we were going through that building, and John, I got attacked by almost every single infected in there, and I'm not proud of it. But once you get through this hallway here, we're going to actually pay attention to the far right door. And inside, there's a couple of singlets on the floating shelf here. And then we've got some scattered throughout along the glass. I guess it's a refrigerator. We got a 7 and a 12 up in there. And another one to the right here has a 19-piece in it. All together now, you should have 40 total. Now, there's a couple of craftables, a med kit, and that's about it in here. Unfortunately, there's another little med pack, whatever you want to call it, med pack that's not good for us. So not quite a med kit. We need special stuffs, and we'll get those in a second. Basically, now we just need to go ahead and continue the story for a bit. As it turns out, there are only 3 more pickups left in this level, but there's quite a bit of time left if you're looking. There's 4, 5, 6 minutes. And as it turns out, this is where we kind of get towards that boss battle. I highly recommend reloading all of your weapons at this point, making sure you do have some blow-ups, some bombs. That's right. And now, look at this. We found another situation here. It looks like some sort of an emergency, I don't know, the triage setup or something. We're going to go through what appears to be a smashed up ambulance in the back. It's not, but we actually get to one of those in a hot second. So it's kind of weird that we see that. That's what it feels like. And look at this. Over in the back left side of this parking garage is going to be an ambulance. We're going to make our way inside that bad boy. Watch out. There's a gurney that comes out trying to get you. Gurney on the go. All right, we'll go ahead and jump inside. And it's on the left one, I believe. It could be different. It could be the second one you open or whatever, but it's been consistently on the left for us. We'll open it up and booyaka show! We got what we need. Only problem is, as we are checking this thing out, we get rushed by something we've never seen before. That's right. It's like a boss on boss on boss. And you'll see what I'm saying. Look how big this damn thing is. And here it comes. It's me in the morning without makeup. No, I'm just kidding. I don't wear makeup. Come on now. You guys have seen my face. I got a face for radio. There's clearly no improvements happening via makeup. All right, go ahead and spam the little square button and kick the door open, and the journey begins. Now, I added, or actually kept all of this in rather than editing any of this run out, mainly because of the last section here. There's a spot where we actually have a chance to go straight or left, and left is not as obvious as you might think, but that's the way you want to go. So we're going to go ahead and keep on with the keeping on until we make that left. And you'll know when you, and right here you get grabbed. There's nothing you can do about it. Jason Voorhees that wall, but somehow decides not to come get us. So basically, we had been had, but we didn't get got. So that's good. So there's the first left. Now get ready. As soon as you jump over this gurney, hard left, hard left, hard left. All right, and go ahead and pull the axe. Get through the door. And you got to, yep, you got to, yeah, unfortunately, you're not going to get through the door. But we're going to grab the axe, smash away, and then I actually did edit it out further down. So I've actually completed the big bad boss. I use my double barrel shotgun. I also use some of my, well, I use as much of the flamethrower as possible. And at the end here, as I mentioned, the boss kind of splits off into two. And we got to chase this guy out of here. Now, I don't know if you can actually kill him before you get to this final sequence. I don't think you can, so it's my advice to you to save your ammo, because I don't think we weaken him up. Or maybe he does have a health meter, and maybe when we get through this next section here, he's easier. But I can tell you this. This is almost a guaranteed cinematic moment right here where he jumps out and gets you. That's right. Spoiler alert. Here he comes. And then we go tossling through the grating and fall down below, and then we have to actually battle him. So I don't know if, like, he may be invincible until this point. He may not be. And this battle went on longer than I would prefer it to, but I do want to point out that there is some double-barrel shotgun ammo scattered throughout. You might have to shuffle through your weapons to go ahead and pull it out. But I find that this gun up close is pretty legitness. It did not finish him off. I had to pull out the old FAL to do it. But just a couple of tips and tricks for you, because that boss battle, even on easy, was a little strenuous. I didn't die, just for the record, but... All right, when you're all done taking out not one but both bosses, go ahead and find this, I guess it's some sort of a garage door. We'll lift it up by using the triangle prompt, and once we're in the other side, we're going to hang a hard left immediately. Check it out. Sups. 20 of them sitting right there. We're going to smash the glass, and inside, sitting right there on the shelf, is the coin that we needed. Hawaii, woohoo! Last but not least, we're going to wrap around and go up inside this truck before squeezing through there, because if you do, I don't think you can get back. But there's a 16-piece of weapon parts, and guess what? Pat yourselves on the back, because that is going to go ahead and do it. Hey, guys, thank you so much for watching The Last of Us Part 2, Ground Zero, all collectibles, which happen to be level 35. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you found it helpful, and I can't wait to get to the next one. And speaking of which, as always, until next time...